One guru say this, one guru say that, at the end of the day, which guru is correct, and then these two guru maybe are basically quarreling with each other, right?
Technology is bringing us to a point where the middleman is going to be eradicated. That's happening for agents as well. So what is it agents can do to secure their rights more?
Sure. Is there any value they're going to add to the prospect that you're dealing with? So if you're saying that everybody's doing a 600,000 transaction for a 5-room flat in an estate of this block, or maybe a 5-room flat, like I said, and the highest floor is done for maybe, for example, 650,000. Okay, and you're dealing with someone today, you're acting for a seller, same block, same estate, that one maybe 650,000 as well for a second floor unit. So the question here is, if you can do that, why wouldn't he engage you? But if you're going to go to him and tell him that, hey, look, the top floor is 650,000, you're on the second floor, maybe 580,000 for you.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Then you would say 580,000, might as well I sell myself, because by nature it's really 580,000. Yeah. So only if you can show him the compelling reason why you can do it, and you can convince him at the same time with track record to prove that how different you are, the X factor that you have, then I guess you will still be in this trade for the long time. But of course, you're just going to be like anyone and say that, hey, look, because it's going to be 580, so you're going to get 580. Then likely so you'll be eradicated, like you said.
A lot of agents end up being glorified drivers. So, and we've all heard of the horror stories of one agent bringing a buyer to view 40 houses. I don't think you need to bring your buyers to 40 houses. I don't think that is on the plate at all. It's not a consideration. So as a agent, you're saying that if you want to still be in the market, you need to bring value to the customer.
Yes.
Other than just being a driver and just being an order taker, what you want to buy, what's your price tag, I buy for you, I go look for you, and then I drive you around. If that's your thing, then that's your thing. But as what KS has said, this is the way into the future. If agents want to still be relevant to the industry, this is something that you have to do. So more importantly, for the viewers, for the consumers who want to engage an agent, what value is your agent bringing to you? So if they are not going to bring you the value that you need for the purpose of your objective, which is your property, then maybe you got to rethink why you are using this agent. Unless of course he's your relative, but sometimes that makes things even worse. What was your history like prior to becoming an agent? I understand last time that he used to be a model. Then he also in NS, he was more elite than the rest of us. Maybe you can start with NS first.
Right, I was in the commandos, SAF commandos. So I guess what is so good about that journey of 1 year, 10 months was that it taught us about getting things done. And what it means in this context is that, especially right now where information are overwhelming everywhere, we talk about this digital age, right? So rather than just collecting information, especially as the investors out there or any so-called practitioner out there as well, we just keep on collecting information. One guru say this, one guru say that, at the end of the day, which guru is correct, and then these two guru maybe are basically quarreling with each other, right? So rather than overthinking and overanalyzing, what Commando taught us to do, or taught me to do at least, is to just do first and talk later. So by having that mindset of just do first and talk later, even if it's not correct because your mind likes to go overthinking, right? You could also at least find out whether it works or not faster. So with that, it boils back down to why did I even invest the property that I invested in UK previously, and why do I do what I do in terms of my own personal investment, that I use it for investment and stay. And that is basically back to this principle. Do first, trial A/B testing, whether this thing works or not. If it doesn't work, you don't lose, you learn. Right? And of course, and when you learn, you grow. And for me, it's about a growth journey that I'm going after. And of course, learning from that experiences altogether to tell a story, or at least to let people know if it failed, what is the takeaway from it. Right. So I guess it's very important that doing first rather than just analyzing it so crazily that it paralyzed us. Yeah.
So for those of you who are not aware, KS bought a Zone 3 UK property back in the day when he was stuck with his BTO property. So it's not a journey that is recommended for everyone. Again, KS would his basis for his entire webinar is based on the why. He wants to find out why you will want to buy an overseas property, and thankfully for him, he didn't make a loss on that one when he exited. So, but his experience is not going to be the same for everyone. Some people will have made a loss and they will have considered themselves lucky. He was the most fortunate to come out of it relatively unscathed. So that is what he did with his UK property. Whether or not it's suitable for you, an in-depth discussion during his webinar would be better. And mind you, his webinar is 2.5 hours long, so go to the toilet before you start. And this is more important. The key point is he spends another crazy, it's 2.5 hours long, I say again, 2.5 hours long. He spends another 9.5 hours to speak to every single one of his participants. This is really a one-on-one consultation. It's crazy if you think about it. It's a 12-hour shift in which he finds out exactly what you're about, why you want to do things. This is what KS's masterclass is all about. So this is a unscripted part of the show where I like to ask off the script kind of question. So KS, if today Bill Gates were to give you a call saying that he has a global lucky draw and you won for yourself the top prize of $1 billion, you check your DBS account, yes, is there $1,000 million inside your DBS account, what are you going to do from tomorrow onwards?
Okay, first and foremost, I do have a DBS account, so that is quite compelling. And I guess what we want to probably look into is your why. So that's what I do. So I guess if I have an AI or an algorithm that allows these individuals who are interested to invest to fill up a list of questionnaire, which will then dictates their personality or their investment appetite or risk appetite, that could then help me to even decipher then better on what kind of product that can give them a certain level of investment strategy or product. Right. So you see, some people may say that they want this, but their heart is telling them a different thing. So their mind and their heart is not connected. So by touching on the heart rather than the mind, I guess we are able to then connect these two together and then give them the so-called bulletproof plan altogether. So that AI of that questionnaire or that algorithm, so to speak, would be that something I would like to really look into.